श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।
ओम शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम्
ओम शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम्। ओम
प्रसन्नवदनं
शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजम्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये।
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये।
अगजाननपद्मार्कम्
अगजानन पद्मार्कं
गजाननमहर्निशम्
गजाननमहर्निशम्
अनेकदं तं भक्तानाम्
अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम्
एकदन्तम् उपास्महे।
एकदन्तमुपास्महे। एकदन्तमुपास्महे।
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवम्
नानान्यन्दमनयं देवं
ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवम्
नानानन्दवन्यं देवं
निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम्
निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम्
आधारं सर्वविद्यानाम्
आधारं सर्वविद्यानाम्
आधारं सर्वविद्यानाम्
आधारं सर्वविज्ञानाम्
हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे।
हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे। हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे।
कृष्णं कमलपत्राक्षम्
कृष्णं कमलपत्राक्षम्
पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनम्
पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनम्
वासुदेवं जगद्वन्द्यं
वासुदेवं जगद्वन्द्यं
नौमि नारायणं हरिम्।
नौमि नारायणं हरिं।
नौमि नारायणं हरिम्।
नौमि नारायणं हरिं।
So now we recite the first sloka of the first dashaka of the Narayaniyam, where the Swarupa and Mahatmya of Paramatma Krishna has been described. Sandranandavabodhatmakam
सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकम्
Anupamitam kaladeshavadhibhyam
अनुपमितं कालदेशावधिभ्याम्
Nirmuktam nityamuktam
निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं
Nigamashatasahasrena
निगमसहस्रेण
Nirbhasyamanam
निर्भास्यमानम्
Nirbhasyamanam
निर्भास्यमानम्
Aspashtam drushtamatre
अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे
Punarurupurusharthatmakam brahmatattvam
पुनरुरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वम्
Tavat sakshatu
तत्तावद्भाति साक्षात्
Guru Pavanapure Hanta Bhagyam Jananam
गुरुपवनपुरे हन्तभाग्यं जनानाम्
Guru Pavanapure Hanta Bhagyam Jananam.
गुरुपवनपुरे हन्तभाग्यं जनानाम्.
So after that we have been doing with the Kapila Upadesha, only we could cover 2 slokas last class, but this is a interesting Upadesha which has been given by the Kapila Mahavishnu, who came in the form of Kapila Rishi, and he has taken the birth in the womb of, or as a son of Devahuti, and he loved his mother so much that when he is retiring or going away for penance to forest, he has given some Upadesha, to his mother, that Upadesha we are going to have here. That will be an Upadesha for everybody also, because Janma is certain, death is certain, Jagat is certain, because Ja and Ga, both things would be happening here. Janma and Gamana, both will be happening. But meanwhile, what has got to be done? That is a timetable or a calendar which has got to be adhered or at least be cared, not completely immersed in the worldly, mundane activity and be done with that. Generally, it happens to all people. That's why here there is some kind of elevation and lifting up the head and trying to see something different and noble than what the samsaric life experience. So let us please repeat once the first two slokas, later on the next two. Matiriha guna sakta
Matiriha gunasakta
bandha krutte swasakta
bandhakrutveshvasakta
samruta krudu parandhe
tvamrutakrudaparundhe
bhakti yogastu saktim
bhakti yogastu saktim
mahadanuga mahadanugamalabhya bhaktirevatra sadhya
mahadanugamalabhya bhaktirevatra sadhya
kapilatan
mahadanugamalabhya bhaktirevatra sadhya
kapilatanurithitvam
कपिलतनुरितत्वं कपिलतनुरितित्वं
देवहूत्यै जगादीः न्यगादीः
देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः.
So this Bhattatiri, the poet, the devotee strong, who have had or who had have the vision of Paramatma, Guruvayur Krishna, so cute, and who has acknowledged Agre Pasyami in the last slokas, when he has done such a large amount of work and devotion, Krishna appears to them. That is what would happen. The Darshana Bhagya would happen. So here, Devahutyai Nyagadihi, O Paramatma, you have explained, described to Devahuti, your mother, in the coming in the form of a Kapila Tanu. That is, Tanu is the body, Sarira, the birth, and in the form of Kapila Maharshi, you have explained what you have told. Iha matihi gunasakta bandha krutveshvasakta. Generally, the mind is attached to the material world, but it is not at all much connected or asakta, not interested in the bandhanas. And therefore, Tvamakruta uparundhe bhakti yogastu satyam. But if at all, if you adopt the bhakti yoga, then it is going to be a relief. And therefore, Mahadanugamalabhya Bhaktireva Atra Sadhya. So, Sadhya Kim, what is that which is a tool which could be acquired, which could be employed properly to get a great amount of safety and security and spiritualization. But bhakti reva, only the bhakti, the devotion, getting yourself absolutely be picking up faith and belief in the Paramatma, because he is the monitor. And when once you show the bhakti to him, then you will be relieving yourself. That is the first instruction, Upadesha, given by Kapila Maharshi to his mother. You know what is Upadesha? Importantly, you should know that Upadesha Adya Ucharanam. That is a simple definition. So there may be instances when you are aware of the mantra, when you are aware of the knowledge, but the same knowledge were to be imparted to you or initiated to you by a guru, that becomes a upadesha. That's why upadesha atyocharanam. When once it comes through the guru or higher, then it will have a more validity and will yield quicker results. Therefore, we are always to go in search of proper gurus, and if proper gurus were to initiate, definitely there will be a rewarding results. That's why bhakti reva sadhya atra. Here, the atra means in this world, in this mundane world, upon this earth, people have got to get elevated and go to moksha only after the birth, after the work upon the earth. Because that's why bhumi is a karma bhumi. Prapyemam karma bhumim vitarati janaha. Elsewhere, we have got a statement that prapyemam karma bhumim. Having come to this karma bhumi, they only would be able to work up any elevation or any kind of emancipation scope. By that's why this is a karma bhumi, and bhoga bhumi is swarga lokam. Say only in Swarga people enjoy all the punyam that they have acquired upon the ground. Therefore, how long one can acquire, one can experience the punya phala, limited time, because the punya is something that will get consumed very quickly. So, nirayinaha swarginaha bhavanti. In Bhagavatam, it is said that the swargins, those people who reside in the Swarga, they become nirayas. Niraya means a kind of disgust and a kind of fear that grips them. And again, they come to this bhuloka, parfaram yajna, and they go up. That's why in Purush Sukta it has been told that yajnena yajnama yajanta devaha tani dharmani prathamanyasan. So yajna is the commonality of a measure for divine and human to get higher ups in the practice of life. Therefore, he said, Bhakti Reva Atra Sadhya. If you want to adopt ideas for higher elevation, that bhakti is the only, because Bhagavatam is a bhakti kavya, and Sivananda Lahari is a bhakti kavya. Saundarya Lahari is a bhakti kavya. That's why they say it's a devotional lyric, devotional composition, where they speak different phases of devotion, and there is no limit at all. Every individual, every bhakta is a unit for the devotion, an example. And that, like that he said. And again, in the next mantra or sloka, he will be telling how the body is composed of and how one can control the body actually. So he said, look, please say, Prakriti mahadahankarascha matrascha bhutani. Please repeat. Prakriti
महदहङ्काराश्च
matrascha
मात्राश्च
bhuta
अहङ्काराश्च मात्राश्च
bhutanyapi pradapi
भूतान्यपि हृदपि
dasakshi purushaha panchavimshaha.
दसाक्षी पूरुषः पञ्चविंशः दसाक्षी पूरुषः पञ्चविंशः
Iti vidita vibhago muchyate sau prakrutya.
इति विदितविभागो मुच्यते सौ प्रकृत्या
Kapilatanuriti devahutyai nyagadihi.
कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यैन्यगादीः कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यैन्यगादीः.
So this particular last line is almost repeated everywhere because what Krishna or what Paramatma Vishnu done, taking the form of Kapila Maharshi, and what kind of Upadesha he has given, all that is being reminded to Mahavishnu or Krishna, so that the Krishna will be aware that he was a Kapila Maharshi. Kapilaha is that particular avatara, because the Vishnu alone, he has the scope to become a Rishi and then make Upadesha for the people upon the ground, elevated, deserving people. Therefore, for example, even that Sri Vidya Upasana, Lalita Parameswari Rahasya Sahasranama has been given by Hayagriva Maharshi by to Agastya Maharshi. So Hayagriva is but Vishnu only. So Vishnu Rishihi, Agnihi Rishihi. The gods themselves become a Rishi. And then only they will be able to impart knowledge. Therefore, Kapila Tanuhu iti tvam devahutyai negadihi. So what is that? You have to asau muchyate vida vibhagaha. If you know what our body is composed of, what is the constitution of our body, it has got the Prakriti, Soha Prakriti. One is Prakriti is the nature, Prakriti and Purusha. These are the two things divided. Prakriti is the nature, and nature consists of many, many things, as we are all seeing, and we are all living in the nature. And the more and more you go away from nature, you will not be comfortable. And nextly, it's got Mahadahankara. You know, we have got the ego, and that egos, there are so many kinds of egos, ahankaras, and they're all mahat. So collectively, all the ahankaras, different kinds, they all become cooped up and become mahadalankara, ahankara. And we have got matra, panchamatras are there, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, all these are there. And then because pancha, and again bhutani praninaha radapi dasakshi. There are these akshi, sensory, they got sensory organs. They are numbering to 10, beginning from mind, tongue, ears, eyes, skin, and the genitals, and so on. So all these things go to Udasakshi. So like that, all put together, he is a composite personality, or the body. Purusha is Panchavimshaha, 25 things. We only do not bother about these things, but these are to be also cared whenever you get into the bhakti complex, whenever you get into the yoga attachment. So yoga and bhakti clubbed together becomes a bhakti yoga. See, there are so many yogas. Krishna tried to infuse the bhakti yoga sandwiching between karma and jnana. So karma bhakti and jnana bhakti and karma bhakti jnana, like that you can make a permutation combination. See that you will ultimately get on to a stage when you do not return at all. न पुनरावृत्तिः यत्र गत्वा न पुनरावृत्तिः, because punaravritti is a common factor that we are born. We keep, that's why Shankaracharya at another context says that we do not remember how many mothers' milk we have drunk. So many mothers, but we forget all those mothers, but we are aware of only one mother, which is current to us. Therefore, we always say Matrubhyaha Namaha, Matrudevo Bhava. That means all mothers. The other day, the Talli Sabda in Telugu refers to Lalita, because Lita, Talli. So whenever you say Talli in Telugu, that Lalita Parameswar, that's why what is the ultimate Swarupa of Amma is Matruka Varna Rupini or Sri Mata. It Matru Varnana is there. Like that, Here also we have got the body composed of, or is a composite thing of Panchavimshas. And iti vidita vibhagaha, the moment you become aware, the division of our body or constituents of our body to be numbering to 25, and you have to be aware of them, managing, organizing, controlling, etc. Then what would happen? Asau muchyate prakrutya. So you will be muchyate. Muchya is moksha. You have to be elevating yourself above these attractions, because in future also we come across in the next Naranarayana episode, you come across instance where Indra tries to tempt the Naranarayanas, the twins born to the 13th daughter of Daksha and Dharma, and that story you are going to, because Indra is there always to tempt people, spoil the penance of penance makers, and because he is very much afraid that these people might attack him, might snatch away his position. Like Dhritarashtra, and Indra is also fond of his chair. But unfortunately, Indra Padavi is not constant, it is variable. Therefore, there is a problem, and Indra has to, there are a number of stories, episodes, where Indra has to safeguard his position, even doing some atrocities and some sins. For example, we have got a story where Diti consumed after being conceived a son in the womb. But Indra knew that he is called Indra Shatru. Is going to be the Shatru to Indra, and that is killer. Because Diti was bothered about Indra's behavior and rulership, all that. Her sons must also be there. So like that, we have a number of instances where Indra tries to tempt and cause problems. Even Manmatha was deputed by Indra to disturb Shiva when Parvati is under service to him. Anyway, so here it is said that Prakrutya Muchyate. We have to be getting elevated by understanding our body is not the be all and end all. It is not sine qua non of life, but body is only a tool into which that Atma, which requires all kinds of culture, samskara, gnana, elevation. That's why we always refer any and every achievement for the Atma, not for the body. So body is only a measure, is a means. Therefore, prakrutya muchyate sau. And this is what, O Krishna, you, O Vishnu, you have taught your mother Devahuti in the assuming the form of Kapila Maharshi. So Kapilaha, Acharyaha. So Kapila is a wonderful. And again, next sloka, I hope you understood that. Prakrutigata guna ghaihi
प्रकृतिगत गुणौघैः प्रकृतिगत गुणौघैः
najyate purushoyam
नाज्यते पूरुषोऽयं नाज्यते पूरुषोऽयम्
yadi tu sajati srujati should be there, no? Srujati. Yadi tu srujati tasyam
यदि तु सुजति तस्यां यदि तु सजति तस्यां सुजति तस्यां
tadgunastam bhajeran
तद्गुणास्तं भजेरन् तद्गुणास्तं भजेरन्
Madhanubhajana tattvalochanaihi
मदनुभजन तत्त्वालोचनैः मदनुभजन तत्त्वालोचनैः
sopyapeyatu sapyapeyatu
साप्यपेयात् साप्यपेयात्
apilatanuritittvam devahutyai negadihi.
कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः
So now The measure, the upaya is being given by Vishnu, by the Kapila, to his mother. Well, we know our body is always occupied by so many ingredients or components, but we should not get immersed and buried with all that maintenance. Then if you are able to aware of that and work otherwise, you are able to get some kind of elevation. And again here, ayam purushaha prakriti gata gunaugaihi najyate. That is prakriti jair gunaihi means ahankara. And we have got that five things: kama, krodha, lobha, moha. Not only the body we have been having, but there are shatrus, they are called antas shatrus. And there are so many problems also vested when we are accepting the body. We are accepting the body not just as a noble thing, but many associates with that. For example, if two people come in wedlock, each one must be able to admit their own other qualities, negative qualities also. See that they should live for 100 years a happy marital life. But if supposing that were to not acceptable, they break and they enter into a lot of problems. That's why Purushoyam should not be very much attached to that. They have to get up. Sajati tasyam tadguna bhajeran. So among the available Prakriti guna, Ogha and Samuha. Ogha, Samuha or collectivity or group, a gumpu. And you have to be attributing yourself more about the gunaha, the merits out of that composition. Bhajeran, bhajana is to adopt, is to practice, is to like them. Say bhaja, 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 bhaja govindam. That is bha is light, brilliance, elevation. Ja, janma. So to say attachment. So bhaje ran is plural. If that guna tam tad gunaha bhajeran sajati yadi, then what happens? Madanu bhajana tatvalochanai. So sapyapeyat. Apeyat means you can enjoy it as a drink. You can experience. Peya means drinkable water. Pitum, I mean, patum yogyam peyam. That is eligible or good enough to be able to drink. So it becomes amruta. When it becomes amruta, a nectar or a very sacred purified water, we have no doubt. Therefore, when you adopt to that bhajeran, then you will be having the see madanu bhajana tattva alochanai, tattva alochanai. Alochana is an interesting thing which everybody has got. But what kind of alochana we should have? Tattva alochana. That is, tattva is the truth. Tattva masi. Because what ultimately remains only truth. Beyond in Mahanarayana Upanishad, and also I think in the Taittiriya Upanishad, you have got how the tattva will become the ultimate. That's what in Ananda Mimamsa, in Taittiriya Upanishad, you get so many koshas. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamayam, Atma. So Atma, the Sarira, that Atma, the soul, that takes the human body or a form like that, it has got 5 sheaths. Annamaya, limited to the food consumption, like dog. Dog is Annamaya Kosha, because if you just give a little food for the dog, it is absolutely happy and obedient. Swa pindadasya kurute gajapunga vastu dhiram vilokayati. That's what Bhartrahari says, that people are limited when prana and annamaya is that. But human beings must attach to Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. These are the 3 elevated koshas or sheaths which one has got to rise high. So in that case, That's why alochanaihi. Alochana is the mind act. The mind will have different thinking, wrong thinking, hopeless thinking, ugly thinking, etc. will be. But lochana means uh, vision. Lochana means noble thoughts. That too, alochana means deep. Alochana amrutam. Sangeetam api sahityam. You have got the statement, you must be all aware. Sangeetam api sahityam saraswatyaha stanadvayam ekam alochanam ekam alochana amrutam. Anyat. So we have got that alochana is a Sangeeta. It's a Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, when you have Madanu Bhajana, the two, Mai Arpita Mano Buddhi, Mai Sanyasya, Matparaha, the entire Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has been hammering our head with a hammer that think of me, diverting from me. So many things look very attractive for you, but do not get succumbed to them. Please remember, my Arpitamanobihi, and don't do any work for your own sake. Te agham bhunjanti papmanaha, ye pachanti atmakaranasu. Nivedana ಮಾಡದೆ ನನಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡದೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ that is a papam bhunjanti. So everywhere Paramatma is telling that madanu bhajana tattva alochanaihi. So you have to think of measures, plans, counter plans, how best you can reach up the experience of the divine grace in us. Then apeyat, it becomes a peya, it becomes a rasa, because Upanishad tells you raso vaisaha rasagum hevayam labdva anandi bhavati. So rasagum, this rasa, that is Paramatma rasa, it's a peya. Peya is wonderful drink, drinkable, enjoyable drink is called peya. We have got peya and apeyas also. So what is a peya? Tattva lochana is a peya. That means it becomes a beautiful drink, and that too madhanubhajana. Anubhajana. Bhajana means just trying to repeat the sacred name. Say Ram. But we are always advised Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane. Ishvara told, my dear Parvati, you please repeat the Rama Shabda 3 times. Rama, Rama, Rama. 2 into 5, 2 into 5, 2 into 5, 1,000 names. That's the calculation. Ram, 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 Ram. But there is another version to say Ram Nam 2 times. Rama, 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 you say like that. It will be 54 counts. And if you one time telling 54 and another time telling 54, it will be 108 times. Because Ashtottara Shatam, that will be also the Nama. Therefore, you have got that kind of calculative things that we have been given. So, Madhanu Bhajana. So, that is what Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam. When he said Bhaja, 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 that is what is that Govindam Bhaja. He otherwise called as Madhanu Bhajana Tattvaalochanai. So, Pyapeyam. So, what did Kapila Maharshi told Amma? That Amma, there are so many Prakriti Gunas in us, but you just try to get attached to noble, workable and helpful Gunas in us, and you will also start thinking. Your mind is important. See, mind is first. How is your mind? So your experience. If your mind is gripped by fear, you will see everywhere fear. Supposing your mind is expecting somebody to be received by you, any and everything that comes around, they look like that only. So how you orient your mind is most important. But please orient your mind that I am there and directed towards me. Then it becomes that alochana becomes a peya, and you will get the emancipation or happiness. That's what is Ananda. Because Anandi Bhavati, ultimately, what is our aim? Our aim is to become Anandavan. So, Janaha Anandavan, Ananda Anubhava, Ananda Amruta. So, in the Ramanama, Bhaj Shuddha Brahma Paratpararam, in that 108 names of Rama, which we are going to, I think, repeat. Tomorrow we listen, many people along with you also probably, doing the Rama Bhajana, that Rama, 2 words. So like that, he said that Alochana, when mind is absorbed in that direction, it becomes a Peya. What is Peya is a Mokshadayaka. And in next verse, again, he will continue. Please repeat. Vimalamatirupattaihi.
विमलमतितिरुपात्तैः विमलमतितिरुपात्तैः
Asanadyairmadangam.
आसनाद्यैः मदङ्गम् आसनाद्यैः मदङ्गम्
Garuda Samadhirudham.
गरुडसमधिरूढम् गरुडसमधिरूढम्
Divyabhushayudhankam.
दिव्यभूषायुधाङ्कम् दिव्यभूषायुधाङ्कम्
Ruchitulita tamalam.
रुचितुलिततमालम् रुचितुलिततमालम्
Siilayetanuvelam.
शीलयेतानुवेलम् शीलयेतानुवेलम्
Kapilatanurithitvam devahutyainyagadi.
कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः कपिलतनुरितित्वं देवहूत्यै न्यगादीः
Such a beautiful composition where there is a Padarachanavali. So Visishta Padarachanavali Kavyam. Dandin, a great rhetorician of Sanskrit language, he said, Kim Kavyam? What is the definition of Kavya? According to him, Visishta Padarachanavali Kavyam. When there is a Rachana Avali, Avali means a series. Rachana is arrangement, something like that of an ornament. So, Visishta Pada, Ekas Shabdaha Suprayukta Swarge Loke Kamadhuk Bhavati is the statement by Alankarikas. The rhetoricians tell that if one word were to be used appropriately with propriety of sense and context and significance, it will be yielding Swarge Loke Kamadhuk Bhavati. That means it will give you immense sense and bhavanas, and it will be very nice. So such kind of Padarachanavali skill could be found in Mahakavis and Mahabhaktas also. Unless one is a Bhakta, he cannot be a Kavi. That's why Kavikula Tiruhu means Kalidasa is the greatest devotee of Mahakali. That's why he has given up the Samala Dandakam. Actually, in the name of Kalidasa, there are 42 works because people took it pride. They compose, but they don't want their name to come up, but their work to come up. Therefore, they just put the name of a famous poet and see that their composition goes into the stream of circulation. It's all called interpolations. That's why our Sanskrit research tells you there are 42 works or kavyas and work composed or attributed to Kalidasa. But all 42 are not that. There are many tests done to just eliminate what cannot be Kalidasa's union. Then we have arrived at 7 works, 4 literary compositions and 3 dramas. So there also you can see how much best bhakta is Kalidasa. Ultimately in Abhignana Shakuntalam, supposed to be the final work by Kalidasa, there what he asked was Punarbhavam Chapayatu Nila Lohitaha. So he ultimately asked, I don't want to be reborn. Punarbhavam, to be born again. Chapayatu, nasayatu, Nila. So Punarbhavam, Chapayatu, Nila Lohita. You see the kind of Shiva is chosen as Nila Lohita. Understand? Loha Varnana, Lohita is love. Nila is attainment and achievement. Yesterday, the other day, you have seen in Shivananda Lahari that Neelamani is that particular blue neck of the Shiva is being metaphorically or described as the Neelamani constantly glowing in the at the neck portion of Sadashiva, and therefore he is very much famous as Neelamani. And if Vishnu has got Kaustubhamani, which is acquired from the churning of the ocean, but from the churning of the ocean, the Visham came, and Visham became blue at the Kantadesha of Shiva. Therefore, Shiva and Vishnu, one is luxurious, another is also extensively tapasic. So, Yatinam Yati Shiva made the Visham as an ornament for him at the Kantabharana. So Kantavarana was the Vaisen. So who is great? Both are great. But Vishnu is a luxurious fellow. He is having a lot of love. That's why he is a Pita Ambaradhari. However much decoration you give to Vishnu, he is not ready to, he is not completely satisfied. You can give any number of ornaments. That's why you see that Venkatramana Swami's Balaji, Tirumala, his ornament room you can go and see in Tirumala. I had the chance of seeing all the ornaments with God, how many ornaments he has got, all gold and all that is there. So because he's a rich God, Mahavishnu, and they have been coming to him. And so that is Vishnu. Here also it is said that Bimalamatihi upataihi asanaidyasanajaihi madangam Garuda samadhirudham divya bhushayudhankam ruchit tulita tamalam silayeetanuvelam kapilatanriditvam devahutyainyagadi. I wanted to mention to you now only next February 27th is the last Saturday of the February. That's Maghamasam, we will be having it. On that day, I have requested a great scholar on Narayaniyam by name Dr. Murali Madhavan. He is a professor emeritus of the Trivandrum University and also Shankaracharya University of Sanskrit, Kaladi. And we have honored him with Vedasri last year when he came to our place along with his wife also. And he has been very popular and great scholar in Narayaniyam. And I have requested him to give us a talk on Narayaniyam. And meanwhile, also I requested that Manugaru to also just make some remarks, but she's just thinking. Let the thinking go on. But anyway, he will be talking to us on Narayaniyam, and he was telling every in Margasirsha Masa, Masanam Margasirshosmi, Krishna said. So there will be one full day dedicated to Narayaniyam, when all types of scholars and musicians, etc., they all come devoted, very well adept in the Narayaniyam, because Kerala is known for Narayaniyam, because everybody recites Narayaniyam in their houses, and all are very much familiar with the Narayaniyam text and bhakti to Guruvayur Krishna, and always they will be wearing. And in fact, Guruvayur Krishna Gandha Prasadam is very much sacred, and so much, if at all you visit the temple, you will be given most important Pal Payasam, Gandha Prasadam, and so on. So that is the favorite thing. And in fact, I had the fortune of meeting one Guru Krishna there, Guru, who was sending Gandha Prasadam of Guruvayur Krishna regularly every day on a postal cover. And well, that it came for a long time. And afterwards, I come to know that he disappeared from the world. But anyway, I had that kind of unique grace of the grace of Guruvayur Krishna, I thought because we are now attached to Guruvayur Narayaniyam, how not we invite a great bhakta of Guruvayur Krishna and have a discourse from him on 27th, our 8:30, our morning 9 o'clock, and in India it will be 8:30 or so. So we'll be having a talk to 1 hour and odd talk on Narayaniyam because he has given us the scope, and especially Narayaniyam is written by Bhattatari for the sake of health care, human welfare, and also health care is being taken care by that. So here the Vimala Matihi Upattaihi Asanadhyaihi. So asanas, we have got Ashtanga Yoga. That's we have got that asanas are there. Pranayama, Pratyahara, and so on. We have got all the asanas, Ashtanga Yoga. And with these asanas, how do you do that? Whenever you do these asanas, yoga asanas, your mind becomes pure. Vimala. Mala is sin. Vimala, sin free. Now we are all using cardless substances, but sin free we should become. Something like Agastya Maharshi. He is the only one who took the name as Agam Tyajyati. He will not commit any atrocity. Therefore, Agastya is a very terrible god, terrible Rishi, and so his anugraha is very much important. In fact, you remember Aditya Hridayam has been initiated to Rama by Agastya Maharshi. Devataischa samagamya drashtumabhyagatoranam upagamya bravit ramam Agastyo Bhagavan Rishihi. Rama Rama Mahabaho Srunu Gukhyam Sanatanam. So look at this kind of thing. Srunu Gukhyam Sanatanam. So Sanatanam Gukhyam Srunu. That's why it is promised by this poet also that if you adopt to the practice of the various Anga asanas, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, samadhi, etc., these things are, if you are practicing them through the Guru Upadesha, then automatically your mind becomes empty. Withdraw, actually, when you go to yoga class, the yoga master will tell you, withdraw your thoughts, make your mind empty, observe your breath, concentrate on your breath, and then close your eyes. Oh God. These preliminary conditions we have got to fulfill so that we get into the yoga rudho bhavati. When Krishna said yoga rudha, that means yoga is a vehicle and we have to board the vehicle. Unless you board the vehicle, you can't cover distances. Therefore, yoga is a vehicle. Into that we should do. Because those people who do yoga will definitely be having the shining, will definitely be having a better mind, better thinking, and better behavior. Therefore, yogi bhava Arjuna. Krishna has been telling, not that Arjuna was not yogi, but here always you become a karma yogi, you become a bhakti yogi, at the same time jnana yogi, and then moksha yogi. Like that, here, Vimalamatihi upattaihi asanaihi. I hope you understood. Asana adyaihi. You understand? When the word adya means etc. and so on. Because according to our Bhattatari or Yoga Shastra, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, Patanjali, several yogacharyas are there. And all these yogacharyas have inculcated the yoga practices. See that man requires yoga. Animal does not require any yoga. But man is a different personality. He has to adopt all animal yogas to maintain yourself. Because Simha Avalokanam, we saw it. For Avalokana, Simha is a standard example. For hunger, wolf is an example. For faith and devotion, dog is an example. For running, for scenting, a tiger is important. A tiger is an example. For timidity, at the same time speed, a deer is important. So like that we have, and crocodile, that's called Makarasanam, Markatasanam, etc. That's why we got asanadhyaihi. So I'm just giving my own commentary that whatever asana that is convenient to you, adopt it. When you adopt it, the mind, it will affect the mind. It will clear the mind. When the clear mind is there, then Paramatma can sit. That's why we do meditation. That is, meditation is dhyana. Dhyana, dhyana. You have to make your vision. Dhi is also meaning vision or mind, or that you have to observe. Vivekananda says the mind is fickle, more fickle than the monkey. I have seen in Saundarya, in Sivanandalaya also, that Shankara gives you wonderful solution to God. Well, you go when you go for begging alms, don't go alone. Take my mind, a monkey, with you. When you take my mind with you, that means you will get more alms. I get more benefits. Therefore, he said, my monkey mind, you take it away. And the mind is an interesting truant, which will play a lot of mischief. And so the mind control is the primary thing that has been talked. For that mind control, what is needed is asanas. So pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, some etc. So pranayama, that is the first fundamental thing which will be a running thread to all asanas. Whether you lift your arms or stretch your arms, all time you have to be doing the pranayama. Inhale, exhale, and thereby there is a lot of benefit done. That's why it is a yoga. So first line itself is important for us, which the Kapila Maharshi told his mother that you have to primarily become a Vimalamati. How do you get it? Upatta asanadhyaihi. You have to, upatta means you have to acquire. You have to practice asanas. Unless you practice an asana for some time. See, for example, butterfly. The people say that you just do for some time to keep your thigh and your backbone, all that you do butterfly. That's called butterfly asana. That's called, so like that we have got so many. So madangam, and then you will be able to visualize me, mad angam, my body. And my body is unlike any other body. It's a divine body. So how would be the divine body like? That's a good question, which Arjuna put for the Krishna. All the 10 chapters, Krishna was giving sermon, was talking about all bhakti and all that. But Arjuna was a doubting Samson, a tough student. You said that it is all that. Come on, show me all that. So in 11th chapter, which we are going to see quickly, I think so, where he has shown this Vishwarupa Darshanam. Then once the Vishwarupa Darshanam has been shown to him, that Arjuna became spellbound. So you imagine the change in the mind of Arjuna, because Krishna was the driver of the mind of Arjuna. And therefore, when once you pick up all that gadgets and vasanas, what happens is madangam. You will be able to see me. How I am? Garuda samadhirudham. I am sitting upon the Garuda. Then again, every word is symbolic. Every word has got a big message. Every word is a yogic yogic suggestion. See, Garuda. Garu means the poison. Garuda is the remover of the poison. Therefore, Garuda is the Shatru of Nagasatru. That's why Pannagasana Rani. Pannagasana is Garuda. Upon that, he is sitting. Something like Gajendra Motsham or Krishna Mohan once only spoke. He has not spoken very well because of time. We should give him full swing of time that he would be able to explain the Gajendra Motsham episode from Potana. So there you observe, even our Veda Ganga volume, on the cover page, you have got Garuda holding the serpent in the mouth. The wings spread very much wide and making Narayana sit on that. Narayana. So imagine all that. Therefore, Garuda Samadhirudham. You have to imagine Vishnu sitting upon the Garuda. And you know that Garuda became suddenly proud and thought that what is Vishnu? He is no more powerful. I only take him with great speed to all places. Otherwise, Vishnu is immobile. So suddenly, the pride ruled the mind of Garuda. Then Vishnu understood. Later on, he gave a punishment, and it realized, for a moment, I felt proud. I am nobody. I am able to carry. How he taught lesson in Gajendra Moksha, we get it, that he just, see, you are proud that you are carrying my weight. No, I just put my finger. Now you fly. He could not fly. Then if a finger weight he could not lift up, how can he lift the entire weight of the body of Vishnu? Then he became very much shy and realizing, no, 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 I'm sorry. So that's that, the Garuda Garva Bhanga. And also there is one Garudopanishad. And that Garudopanishad, if you read, you will be able to remove all sorts of ailments to the body. And especially the 20th stanza of Saundarya Lahari, I have told you, Kiranti Mangebhyaha. In that, Garuda removes the poison, destroys the poison. So poisonous fevers like cancer, tuberculosis, and chronic diseases, all that can be quelled down and made people all right if you adopt to that 20th stanza like that. That's why here it said Garuda Samadhirudham. That you look at Adhirudham, Samadhirudham, Samyak. That means settled. He will not fall down from Garuda with whatever speed the Garuda goes in the sky. But that kind of confidence was not there in Sita. Sita told Hanuman, when he said that sit on my back, I will carry you to the feet of Rama in no time. Why are you crying like this? Why are you feeling a problem? I am here, I'll carry you. Then Sita just laughs and insults Anjaneya. What a stupid idea you got. You're a monkey. You are only 2 feet. I am 6 feet. How can I sit on your back? Then it became a Prathama avatara of insult for Paribhava avatara for Anjaneya. He then showed his Vishwarupa. He grew. And Pearl, the Sita was simply astonished. Then she said, come down, be normal. Then she understood how powerful was Anjaneya. Anyway, but she told him, if all Rakshasas were to come, you will fight with them, but I'll fall down in the ocean. I will neither be to Rama, neither to myself, nobody, and so I will be hopeless. So don't entertain that idea. That's why Garuda Samadhirudham. And how does he look like? Because Pumsam Mohana Rupaya, Krishnaya Namaha. So Pumsam Mohana Rupaha. He's absolutely handsome. So much handsome. Even Manmatha. Vishnu in his appearance is taken as a Manmatha. Is a Manmatha to Manmatha. Beyond. That's why Divya Bhusha Ayudha Ankam. Anka is signification. So he signified not only with the gorgeous ornaments over his body, so much bright, brilliant, and glowing. Also, he has got ayudhas, Sankha Chakra Gadarudha. He has got Sankha, Chakra, Gada, etc. All there are 24 ayudhas mentioned to Mahavishnu. And there was once an exhibition, because how many ayudhas are there? There are 24, but among all that, the Gada ayudha is important to him. Chakra ayudha is important to him. So that's why he has got to do all that. And again, he has also got a bow, that Dhanu and so on. So they're all called Divya Bhushas. See, Manusha Bhusha or the earthly Bhushakas are different, but they're all divine ornaments. You can imagine every ornament itself is emitting divinity, emitting power. If you just make a prayer to Sankha, Sankham Chandrarkadaivatvam Madhye Varnadevatam Parsve Prajapatim Panchajanya Namostute. So the chakra, even this chakra. There are so many ashtottaras, sahasranamavali for the chakra. Therefore, divya bhusha, divya ayudhas. So chakra is called Chakra Raja. It's the king of all weapons in the world. So it's a Chakra Raja. So with such chakra, that Raja Chakra, that Vishnu will be. So imagine, this is all picture, this is all dhyana slokas. How would be the Vishnu is a question mark, and our poet is helping our imagination, because our mind will be Vimalamati because of the asanas, yoga we are adopting. When once our Vimalamati is there, to our Vimalamati, Narayana will appear, absolutely sitting upon the Garuda, that who is able to remove the poison and give health care. And also he has got all bhushanas, all alankaras like shankha, chakra. Every ayudha has its own prayer, has its own power to emit. Ultimately, Vishnu becomes a all power, entire power put together, ayudhankam, and ruchi tulita tamalam. Silayeta anuvelam. So Tamala Varna, he has got this complexion is Tamala. And the complexion which he has got is Ruchi. Ruchi is Kanti, Tulita. That is, it's not simply a dark blue or green color or dark color or masi color, masi varnam, but the complexion with which Vishnu appears is so glowing, so beautiful, so shining and so brilliant that it will be a unique experience. So if you go and see after Lankara, the Mula Virat, either in any temple, then that is simply a different experience. After Abhisheka, during Abhisheka, or before Abhisheka, you will have darshan. So Abhisheka Purva Darshana, Abhisheka Darshana, and Abhisheka Anantar Darshana, and Alankara Darshana. Like that, every Darshana has got a lot of signification, eminence, and brilliance. Therefore, Ruchi Tulita Tamalam and Silayeta Anuvelam Silayeta. Velam, 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 Anuvelam. So Vela is the wave. Wave means not constant. So every time you go upon gazing or looking at the beautiful picturesque personality, magnanimous appearance of Paramatma, you will be having different wavelength of the feelings. Ultimately, what is all that wavelength is absolute bliss, ecstasy, ananda. Therefore, something like Arjuna, Pasyami Tvam. He begins, oh, I am seeing you, this, and all that. And again, Bhattatri said, Agre Pasyami. And again, that particular Jagannatha, of Puri Jagannatha, say, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. The wonderful slokas, 108 slokas are there. Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. That even Jagannatha temple, Puri Jagannath, there also you see some wonders. The flag at the Gopuram will be fluttering opposite the direction of the wind. That is what some miracles are there. Anyway, and they don't keep on Jagannath Ratham. They manufacture every year 3 Rathas, and afterwards they dismantle and again they do it. So you see 1 week before the Jagannath Ratham or Rathayatra, all carpenters come and offer their service and prepare wonderful chariots. I was there at the time when they were preparing. It's a great fortune to me once again. Anyway, so like that, we will have the vision of Paramatma provided you adopt yoga. I think we'll stop here. I can keep on. So, Om Tat Satu. Please repeat.
Om Tat Sat.
Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu.
Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu.
Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu.
Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu.
Krishnaya Govindaya. Allaru hedi. All andu cheppandi note ninda santosanga. Sir Krishnaya Govindaya.
Shri Krishna Govindaya
Gopi Janavallabhaya.
गोपीजनवल्लभाय
सर्वारोग्यप्रदाय
सर्वारोग्यप्रदाय
सर्वशक्तिमयाय
सर्वशक्तिमयाय
सहिताय
रुक्मिणी सहिताय
श्री गुरुवायूरकृष्ण
श्री गुरुवायूर कृष्ण
ओ नमः.
नमो
नमो
नमः
नमः.
And whenever we are talking, he is very much present along with us. He is enjoying our sessions, and therefore every Saturday you bring Narayana, Guruvayur Krishna to our portals, and he will simply, because yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam tatra tatra Anjalihi Bashpavari Paripurna Lochanam
Marutim
Namata Rakshasantakam. Rakshasa is Roga. Rogas and Rakshasas, they are always powerful. Roga Vega, Rakshasa Vega. One cannot. One can wait for the doctor, but the Rogam, the emergency will not wait.
will not wait for anybody.
The complaint won't wait for the doctor.
Allah,
But
my
you
God.
may wait for the doctor. That's why Roga Vega. That's why Roga Vegan Rundi. In future, you ask Guruvayur Krishna with a prayer at the end of each sloka, Roga Vegan Rundi. Krishna Roga Vegan Rundi. We want that the Vega, the speed of the Roga, the emergency speed of Rogas be prevented. See that we are free from the Roga, free from the speed of the Roga, and we should be always thinking about with Nirmala Manas. Thank you very much, Sri Ram.
గురుగారు నమస్కారం అండి.
Oh, వచ్చారా మీ